Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Effdash here with Effdash TV. Got another Saban's Power Rangers All-Stars video for you. Today we're going to be talking about a bunch of how-tos, right? How to do this, how to do that. Because this game's got a lot going on, right? And so just to help simplify a couple queries that are out there and maybe provide some useful information to the community, this is a how-to video, right? So the first thing we're going to talk about is how to change your nickname. So at the very top left of your screen, you're going to have a number plus some random series of digits, usually like 000 something. It's got a PR in it when you first start up. That's going to be your current nickname. So what you want to do is click that, and then there's going to be a button here. I've already done it. So there's going to be a button here to change your nickname. Go ahead and do that. It looks like you can only change it once. So, you know, whatever you pick, make sure you really like it. Otherwise, you're going to have this member ID here that's like 0D7. I don't know what the hell those things are, right? Nobody knows what those are. So make sure you change your nickname so people actually know who you are and you're not some weird bot or anything like that. Very useful. Two other things you can do here. You can select a different server. So this is the current servers that are available for my region, Mystic Force and RPM. These are all the servers. There's also an SPD server. So this is where you can change your server. There used to be like a bug where you would log into a different server. I was always getting logged into RPM. But they seem to have fixed that, so I'm always logged into Mystic Force now. But if you did want to create a new account, you could go to another server and quickly do that and then just switch back and forth between your servers. The other thing you can do here, and please do this because this is kind of annoying, change your friend unit, right? So click on that person and you can click any other character that you currently own. Most people right now have this character, right? Operator Red, because that's who you start out with, and it's, you know, maybe one of their strongest characters, but every single person is, like, almost every person is using that character, right? So use someone else so that, you know, so that you can use somebody else, and I'll show you what that means. So I'm using this character here, Operator Yellow, because she heals, right? It's always nice to have a healer. That way you can go in there with one of your heals. Grab a character from your friend list that has heals, right? So speaking of friends, when you go in here every single day, this takes literally like negative seconds, right? Come in here and press this button down here in the bottom right corner that says send all. What this does, it sends friend points to every single one of your friends, right? And then that's what these little green hearts are. Super useful, right? Because you can use that to then buy like 20 energy. And it doesn't cost you anything, right? You're not sending them like some weird currency or anything like that. You send me points, I'll send you points, everybody gets points. It's fantastic. Just do that, right? It doesn't take very long to come in here, press send all, and this timer here next to delete is how long you have until you can send friend points again. And the cool thing is that the game actually tells you when the last time your person sent you friend points, right? So if you look at these two characters here, the bottom two, I got friend points 2 days ago from both of them, right? Like that's, it doesn't take a long time. They've both been on within the last day. Why haven't they sent me friend points, right? So from there, you can go ahead and try, you can't really message anybody, which is weird, but you know, you can then cull your friends list based off, you know, who's giving you friend points, who's not. This is what I meant by everybody's having Operator Red. You see most of the characters here are Operator Red, which means you can't use them in battle, right? So when you go into the battle, this is kind of weird, but when you go into a battle, and let me show you that here. So let's go into missions. Pick any battle here, doesn't really matter. I'm in 6. If I try to select a friend, you'll notice that a bunch of them say that this person's already in, this ranger's already participating, right? So I can't select any of those people because I already have them in my group. And like I said, you started with Operator Red, right? So he's probably one of your stronger characters. I get that, right? But almost every single person is using this character as well, right? So you're not going to be able to use them as a friend. So you see I've only got like 4 or 5 different people I can actually use because I'm currently using Operator Red as well. So one of the things you can do if you don't want to change your friend is just take out Operator Red, put somebody else in, and then, you know, now I can go ahead and select a friend who's Operator Red, right? But I think it's just easier if you go in there and select a different friend, you know, to give up. Because it's not that bad. Alright, so that's pretty simple, how to change your name, how to do that. Cool. Next up, why am I in the shop? Alright, so next up, what we're going to talk about is leveling up your character, right? So we go to Rangers. I got 2 characters to unlock here. Let's go to Mystic Red, right? Alright. So, how to level up your character. So what you need to level up your characters are two things. You need credits and you need XP gems. So this looks very familiar to those people who've played Galaxy of Heroes, right? Because, you know, we're all familiar with how to level up there. If you're not familiar with that, basically it means that if you run levels, if you do levels, you're not gaining any experience points for your characters, right? They will stay at their current level forever. So the only way to level them up is with these XP gems, right? So you see in my possession, I have a little over 4,000 gems. Now, there's a refinery level, and if you're going to be spending gems, this is a very, very good place to spend gems. And I kind of wish they would increase the refinery level, because the amount of XP you're getting per gem is pretty crappy. But so if you don't do any refinery at all to your XP gems, you're gaining 18 XP per gem, right? So, you know, in the beginning, that's cool, whatever. But if you do spend the gems, and it's only like 1,000, right? And the game gives you so many gems anyway. 1,000 is barely anything. If you do spend those 1,000, you're going to get double your XP per gem, right? So 32 XP per gem. And again, since this is the only way to level up your character, you're going to want to get the most XP per gem per credit, right? Because you're going to notice your credits are going to be dwindling very, very quickly, right? So the most XP per gem per credit is what you're going to be going for. So you see, I'm already at max. So every single time I do one, so you see, to get to level 41, it's going to cost me 146. Otherwise, it would cost me double that, right? Because again, I'm getting double the XP because I'm at refinery level 10. So I would urge you to spend 1,000 or so gems to get to level 10 refinery level, just because it's going to help you in the long run. That way you don't have to needlessly farm the XP gems, and you don't have to use double the amount, right? So that's how to level up your character. How to level up your powers. In order to do that, you're going to need these books. So you can find the level 1 books, the grade 1 books, in a couple different places. So you see here, they are showed, of course, in the Alliance shop. They are available in Raid shop, and then in a couple different hard modes here. So you can farm those like that. And then you're gonna, obviously, the higher you go, the more different books you'll need. So these are the grade 2 books. And again, you can farm them in a couple different places. Eventually you'll need grade 3 books. So you see, here's a grade 3 book, and again, you can find these. Actually, these you'll have to buy, right? They're either available in the Raid shop or in the Alliance shop. So keep that in mind. That's how you level up your skills. How do you level up your gear? Pretty simple. You need a couple different materials, right? So the first one's kind of free. The second one probably free. The third, oh, actually, I already did these. So these require, at least for this character, an element S rank 1. And then I also need these little red anvils. Some of them need different things, like, okay, that's a hammer there. Some of these need cloth. Yeah, see the red cloth here. They all follow the same pattern, just in a different color, right? And so whatever he needs, probably another Red Ranger is going to need as well. And of course, you're going to need credits for that. So again, you can farm these materials. You can buy them in the different shops. When you get them to level 5, they're going to turn green, right? And then from there, they're going to sort of be like level 2, right? And then you're going to have to go through the whole process of all 5 levels again. And you notice now they need different material. So it's like a never-ending journey. Again, if you play Galaxy of Heroes, you're very familiar with grinding for gears. It's going to take a very long time to get them to max. But that's how you level up your gears. How do you increase your stars? Now, this one's a little confusing when you first begin, because you have the star levels there, right? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different stars. But then you have a plus number next to them. So what does that mean? In this game, you have to get plus 5 in order to increase your stars, right? So you see my red Mystic Ranger here is 2 stars plus 3. That means I need 2 more levels. So essentially, he needs 10 pieces per number, right? So I need 20 pieces to get him to 3 stars, because I needed plus 2 more. So notice, yes, I can actually get him to 3 stars. But that's how it is. So you need to go to plus 5. That's where the grind kind of comes in. But in little, like the smaller amount of stars you have, the easier it is to level up. But once you start hitting 3, 4, 5 stars, you know, the grind gets pretty hardcore, right? Now, the benefit of getting to 3 stars, let me go back a character here, is that once I hit 3, you unlock orbs. Now, orbs is probably needs a tutorial in and of itself. But essentially, orbs are kind of like ancillary pieces you can attach. There's a bunch of different ones. There's actually 5 different ones. There's Mighty Morphin, Turbo, Wild Force, Abba, and Mystic. And they all do kind of different things, right? So these These different sets here do power. I've got 3 power sets on Red Ranger here. We've got defense ones, we've got attack speed ones, super strike ones. Again, that's kind of like a tutorial in and of itself there. And the green ones obviously are going to be better than the gray ones, and then there's probably other colors as well. It's a whole lot of things. So, how do you get orbs? Let's go back there. How do we get orbs? We go to Orb Missions. This is the only place you can play with Megazords, and coincidentally, the only place you can get orbs. Now, I only have 1 level. I assume there's more. I hope there's more. Here in Professor Q's laboratory, I don't know. All I see is 1. And some of these are really hard. Some of them are not. So you see level 5 here gives you super strike rate up. Or not up, but those are the types that you're going to get. Level 4 is going to give you attack speed. Level 3 is going to give you health. Level 2 is going to give you defense. And level 1 is going to give you power. Now you come in here and do these levels, and then you're going to get different orbs. While we're here, let's talk about stars, and let's talk about clear tickets. So, every single level that you do will give you a star rating. As you can see, my level 1, actually all my levels except for level 4 have 3 stars. My level 4 has 2 stars. What does that mean, right? Is there a difference in rewards between getting 1 star, 2 stars versus 3 stars? The answer to that question is no. If you get 1 star in every single level, if you get 2 stars, you get 3 stars, doesn't matter. You're going to get the same rewards, right? So there's not a weird drop rate per star, nothing crazy like that. It's just, did you beat the level? Yes, okay, cool. Here is your reward. The difference, and the reason you're going to want to get 3 stars versus anything less, because then you're going to be able to use clear tickets. Now, what's a clear ticket? A clear ticket allows you to quickly clear the level, right? So, depending, of course, on your energy. I only have one energy here. I can clear this without having to actually play the level, which, of course, speeds up your time, processing time in terms of, farming and whatnot. You don't ever have to use this feature, right? Don't feel forced to use it. If you want to do it old school and actually play every single level, totally do that. That's cool. You'll never run out of clear tickets, which may or may not be a problem for some of us. So, but that's the difference between clear tickets, or that's why you're going to want to use clear tickets to quickly clear a level without having to actually play it. Now, what's an entry ticket? An entry ticket, and I could have swore I had 3 of these, but I must have used them. They allow you to re-enter a hard stage that you've already cleared 3 times. So each hard mode stage, and these orb missions are also considered hard mode, right? Each hard mode stage will only allow you to enter 3 times, right? So once you do your 3 clears, it's done, right? So one of these, I think the 5th one is already done. So you see here, I can't clear it, I can't enter it, but if you don't have one of those re-entry tickets, then it's going to cost you gems to get back into it. And then that just gives you 3 more tries, right? So that's what those entry tickets are for. So that's stars and all that good stuff there. Now, let's talk a little bit about research and why this is an important feature in this game. This is one of the few games I've ever seen where you can actually farm energy, which I think is actually fantastic. I think this part of this game is actually really, really cool. It allows you to farm so many different things, right? So I'm right here, I'm collecting the energy. Let me show you how this works here. So there are different laboratories. You got 5 different laboratories, and each laboratory allows you to farm a particular thing. You can either farm credits, XP gems, clear tickets, energy, or clay. What are these called? Clay modes, right? All of these are necessary to progress into the game, right? Energy is probably one of the best ones. So what you do is find the one you want to do. This has and you notice some of these have cooldowns. I'm gonna go to Mecha Clamper here. Select the rangers you want. Now, the difference, or why you want to dispatch a number of rangers, is it shortens your research time, right? So you see here the cooldown's 1 hour 30 minutes, but I'll get it done in 1 hour and 26 minutes. I still have to wait the 1 hour and 30 minutes to redo it, right? So if you just wanted to send 1, it's fine, doesn't really matter, because the cooldown is when it comes back. But you send it out there. The game, as you notice here, as it likes to do, will kind of just battle by itself there. And these aren't real battles, right? It's sort of just wait this amount of time and you're going to get a reward. So you can come in here and farm credits. You can do all 5 credits. You can do all 5 energies. Whatever it is you need, come in here and farm it. I think the 2 of the best ones you're going to want to farm are energy and credits, just because you're going to be low on both of those, right? So definitely go ahead and do those. So research is really, really cool. I do like it. I do like that. Let's talk about what else we want to talk about here. Daily missions. Sure, we'll talk about daily missions now. So daily missions, each stage can be done is it 3 times? I believe it's 3 times. So you get 3 tries total. No, I'm sorry, not per stage, but 3 tries total for the entire day. And then on Sundays, every single one of these is open, which is really nice. And you can do them 3 extra times, so you get 6 for every single one, which is fantastic. So definitely get some clear tickets for the weekend because you're going to need them. But essentially what you're getting are these little orbs thingies. So as you can see, these are you need these to evolve your gears, right? So once you get to that level 5, like I said, you're going to need a special material to then get to that next tier. So you can see these are the different tiers. So we've got normal, and then green gets you to the next level. Then we've got blue, then we got purple, and then we got like the yellow golden one, right? So that's going to be like gear 11, as in, you know, Galaxy of Heroes. So each one, you're going to want to do the hardest one you can possibly do. Now do notice the jump between like 2 and 3. So this is like you need 2100 recommended power, then 45, and then to level 4 it's 99, right? So that one's going to be a while, right? So do keep that in mind. And every single day you do have different rangers that you can use, so it's not always the same rangers. So you can see the colors change. Now this is going to be why you're going to want a large assortment of Power Rangers. So yes, you definitely want to, you know, beef up a certain 5 of them or so that you can run through story mode, but don't neglect, like I have. You see, I got a bunch of these little ones here. Don't necessarily neglect all of your rangers. You're going to want to keep them at, you know, a decent level, you know, like 20, 25, just because you're going to need them for the different daily mission challenges, right? So so do power up a wide assortment of rangers. At this point, the best quote-unquote rangers are going to be the ones you can farm, right? So I know Red Ranger, Mighty Morphin Red Ranger is really, really cool, but if you can't farm him, there's no point in really pouring too many resources into him, just because there's no way to get more of his shards other than, you know, paying for it. And so if you want to pay for it, cool, but most of us here are free to play, so we're probably not going to want to do that. The other thing I wanted to talk about is Dimensional Rift. So we've got these Dimensional Rift here for all the Mighty Morphin Rangers. Now, something to keep in mind is that this costs energy, right? So you need Dimensional Rift energy. And you notice these numbers here next to these Rangers. This is how much it's going to cost me to go into battle with these Rangers. So you see this next battle is going to cost me 50 energies. So what you're going to want to do is make sure you are using all 3 teams. For some reason, all 3 of my teams are exactly the same here. I got to change that. It's weird. It's different on iOS. But so you're going to want to change all of these. Let's go ahead and manage team here. And you'll notice that there's a cooldown, right? So in another hour and a half, this cost is going to go down for these Rangers, right? So you see I have all these other Rangers here. And again, this is why you want a wide team. Don't be narrow in this game. Be very wide. So that if you use these other characters that don't have a cooldown, then it's going to be cheaper for you to go into battle. You know, your first battle with a fresh character doesn't cost you anything, right? And then it's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, go up by 5 every single time. So if you want to get high in your Dimensional Rift, use 3 different teams, right? Or, you know, then you can even change it if you have even more characters. Use as many teams as possible, I guess, is what I'm trying to go for here, right? Use as many teams as possible. And you're going to get to a higher stage much faster, right? And you're going to get your rewards much faster, which obviously every single person wants to do. Oh, the other thing to note is that you can actually change the team, right? And their power levels will change as well accordingly. So if you want a harder battle, easier battle, you can do that. In your alliance, let's talk a little bit about alliance. I just joined a new alliance because my other alliance was garbage. In your alliance, you're going to want to check in every single day, right? If you're new like I am, you can't check in for a whole day. And then, you know, do your trades, obviously do your raids, do challenges. Challenges are very simple, like, you know, do this many normal levels or upgrade this many gears, you know, stuff you're doing anyway. Now, boosts are interesting because you can buy boosts for the entire, guild or clan, whatever this is called, alliance. And then everybody benefits, right? It's like 900 gold or 500 crystals, I mean. And then you can get like extra power, extra XP, extra gold, whatever. So you can do that if you'd like to. I think that's everything I wanted to cover. Just some things that some people may not have known. I don't know what that was. People may not have known how to do. We've covered how to change your name, how to change your server, how to level up your characters, how to level up your gears. Oh, the only other thing we didn't talk about is how to get better gears, I guess, right? Or better orbs, right? So you just put 3 of these together, kind of hope and pray for RNGesus to bless you, and then click craft, and hopefully you'll get something better. I have noticed, though, that depending on which one you put last, it's going to change your orb details there. So do keep that in mind. The order, it says the order doesn't matter, but I found that the order does matter quite a bit. Right. So if there's anything I didn't cover or something else you wanted to know how to do, definitely let me know. I know we didn't talk about Dimensional Arena, but that one's pretty easy. You just go in there and you beat people up. It's not very difficult. I was saving a battle for something. I don't really know why. But this is really easy. Just come in here, get your ranger. Like, there's no cooldowns or anything. You just do your battles. There's nothing really crazy about that. But yeah, so that is everything I wanted to teach you about how to play Power Rangers All-Stars. I would also watch these ads, you know. I mean, it's like every 3 or 4 hours, something like that, and you get gold and you get crystals for free. So it's not very labor intensive. So I'll go ahead and do that. But again, if you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll try to answer them. Otherwise, may the power protect you, and I'll see you guys next time on effdash TV.